The Truman Show questions what is real and how do we know. Truman informed us that it's preferable to have a life that is real but hard than to stay in one that is simulated but safe. Suppose your whole life was this great TV show and you had no clue. Suppose all the folks in the world who were your friends, your job, even your mom and dad were actors. That's the Truman Show, a movie about a guy who finds out his life is made up. The film encourages us to raise giant questions. How do we know things exist? Can we trust our senses? The Truman Show is a movie that shows Truman, a fellow who lives in a purported utopian community. Everything is stage managed. Truman himself is unaware that he appears on TV. Everyone else is acting. The movie teaches us something. It is not simple to find out what is real, yet it's worth it. Then, one day, Truman comes to the realization that something is not quite right. All the people walk the same direction every day. People are talking about him on the radio, a light falls from the sky. He starts questioning whether everything is okay. This is really a story told by a fellow named Plato. He describes individuals who reside in a cave underground and are only able to see shadows. They think the shadows exist because they have nothing else to believe. Then there is an individual who emerges from the cave and can't see the sun. It's painful initially, but then they know what the reality is. Sylvia tries to inform Truman of reality through the television screen, much like the outside man who is trying to help him. Truman is unaware initially, but he does start to doubt. Much like the caveman, Truman starts looking for the real world. Truman escapes his reality in the last scene of the movie on an ore-drying boat. Truman arrives at a wall, the edge of the designing world. Truman stands and looks up the stairs. This is similar to Descartes, who wrote that perhaps an evil demon is deceiving us and leading us to believe in what is false. In the film, the person behind the illusory world is Christoph. He declares Truman safe and content in the illusory world, and this is acceptable. But Truman wants something more. He wants his own choices. That is what Robert Nozick authored. He conjured up a story of an experience machine, a machine that provides virtual enjoyable experience. Nozick declared that everyone will not want to be within the machine because they want reality, not simulated pleasure. Truman himself is the same. He wants real people, real love, and real issues. He decides to exit artificial life, though he doesn't know what else is available out there. Others will argue that Truman was satisfied in the world of illusions. He had a job, a house, and smiling faces everywhere. But the world of illusions must be good if it feels enjoyable. There's one guy named Bentham who believes a good life is a life of minimum pain and maximum pleasure. But then there's another philosopher, Martin Nussbaum, who believed that life is not always about good feelings. She wrote that we should grow up, be courageous, and look after other people too. In her poem, The Character of the Happy Warrior, the hero has to go through fear and sorrow, but he is reinforced and enlightened, and for that very reason he is happy. The Aztecs, ancient humans themselves, believe life is hard too. They believe life is slippery. Even a truthful individual can slip. But we can have a good life if we are rooted and well. They call it nihility or rootedness. Truman's life was not root. He was bold, but when he wishes to live, he is well and genuine. The Truman Show makes us wonder, is it safer to connect and secure, or do we want a real life with real options? We have video games, virtual reality now, and a whole lot of other things that aren't real but feel real. Imagine if we start blurring reality and fantasy. Truman is a lesson in morality regarding the importance of freedom. Even if it's frightening, Truman is teaching us that truth matters. Real love, real suffering, real human beings. That's what life is all about. Truman smiles, says goodbye, and exits the door at the conclusion. He does not know what will come next, but he's ready. He's free. The Truman Show teaches us that telling the truth and living your own life is better than being in the virtual world, however convenient. To be real, we must be brave. We must leave behind the virtual world. Thank you for your attention.